Upgrades? No. We didn't get the upgrades. What the fuck? To add to my woes, I'd love to know what recreational drug Mercedes are smoking, because that is ridiculous.
5 races remaining and you've still got a chance of winning the World Drivers' title. Let's grab a solid points finish.
Hello peeps, welcome to my F1 2019 career mode. It's been a minute. Basically, I couldn't be bothered to record. It was that, and it's very time consuming to record. However, we are back with my new and hopefully improved schedule, so that's always good. However, I did lose qualifying because Sony Movie Studio Platinum is a load of shit. All you need to know is Mercedes are horrendously quick, and we qualified 8th, however moved up to 7th, because Hamilton, of all people, had a penalty. So hopefully we can get some points on him and have a good race today. Lights out and away we go for the Pikachu Grand Prix, and it is a decent, well, it was a decent-ish start. However, there go the AI into 2021. Gasly's trying to overtake us, Leclerc's already off, Charles Leclerc has had a shocker, and we've almost had a shocker through turn 1. Gasly is still there, hustling us, but luckily we do stay ahead. Now, let's just clarify one thing here. It is Japan. So there is Perez. Oh, there isn't Perez, as the bump on the end of Suzuka is an absolute pain in the schlong. And I can't believe it exists. The gap to Hamilton behind her. Oh god, Hamilton's already overtaken Gasly. Oh my word, a Ferrari's off in the wars. The other Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel speared off into the wall. Promotes us to P5, but goodness me.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
Jeff, please, f*** off. Like, honestly, it's not the time. Hamilton, go away! The threat is dealt with by forcing Christianity into his face, and we remain in P5, although dipping a wheel on the grass probably isn't the best idea. We do cut the chicane quite fine, we don't need to mention that, but Perez, on that chicane alone, is now that far ahead. What's going on? And Hamilton's coming back at us down the straight with our worn engine. It's all falling apart here. Our ERS is looking ropey already, and it's only lap 3. And there's no saving grace here, surely.
Right, some information on Hamilton. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow. They're retiring from the race. Some information on Butler.
It's all kicking off here at the Japanese Grand Prix, but on the end of lap 3, nothing happened. So that's great. Regardless, we do press on, though, around Japan, where the AI are absolutely rapid for absolutely no reason at all, despite the fact the difficulty hasn't changed. We change our strategy, and onto the end of lap 4, onto lap 5, nothing's happened again. So, I think with our infinity snap, we'll go to our pit lap right. Wow, what an interesting lap and a half it's been. Why the f*** is Gasly there? What the hell? So that's not ideal. However, we are going to come onto the pits and fit the medium tyres. Onto the mediums, and hopefully we are going to absolutely boil the opposition and get a massive undercut on them here. Well, no, not boil, because we need to save our tyres. We'll call it medium rare driving. How about that? The most annoying thing, though, it looks like Perez has extended his gap in front of us, and that really isn't good news at all. Because onto the next lap, Gasly has come into the pits to fit his medium tyres, and if the overcut worked that well for Perez, I can't imagine what it will do for Gasly. Luckily, not enough to make sure he steals P6 from us. We do maintain that, and that is excellent. I am taking some very questionable lines, though. I might actually genuinely be sick. Although, to be fair, my driving all weekend was I can't even speak, it was that bad. But we need to buck our ideas up, because we are in a championship fight. And on to the end of lap 9, if Gasly's already caught up to us, Hamilton's already setting lap times a second quicker than us. What is happening here? Anyway, the main point is that Gasly is looking very threatening behind us, his 2 arrows being confirmation of that, and we have to defend, defend, defend. Insert the home run bat sound, please, Carl, thank you very much. Through Sector 1 we trundle, and I say trundle because we're not exactly flying through, because that's what the AI do at this track. No matter what you do, the AI are about half a second quicker than you through the first sector, partially because I'm a bad driver. But there you go. Whoa. Through this turn, we are cutting corners all over the place as well. It's pretty disgusting. We'd be a better politician than a race driver based on the amount of corners that we've cut along the way. Through the hairpin, generally my best corner. There's a yellow flag up in the top left and on the track in Sector 2, and it's Pierre Gasly. Gasly is out of this race. So that means one person can't gobble us up, but if there is one, just had to be him, didn't it? No, we did it once, we're going to do it again. He's going to go to the outside. Of course, our engine is ailing and my MGUK, but we are going to squeeze him out to the outside. That is excellent stuff. Bearing in mind, I had massive trouble saving battery this race. I don't know what it was, but battery is so hard to save around Suzuka because you're being attacked constantly, mainly. But also, it just seems to be a high battery usage. I'm going to defend to the inside, but, I mean, there's really no point. Can someone please look into the Mercedes power unit? I feel like it's slightly hacked. But hopefully we can stick to him and probably catch Perez before the end of this race. No. No, I mean, it's not even close. Jesus Christ. Valtteri Bottas wins the race. I mean, it was never in doubt. Mercedes were pretty much a second quicker than anyone else at this track. We come through the final chicane for the last time and over the bump that shouldn't even exist. And it's P6.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
To whom it may concern.
I mean, there's not too much to talk about this race, really. We had a shocker. That is essentially the meat of the horse. Bottas, Mercedes just need to f*** off. My teammate is driving me up the wall. I mean, 10 seconds between Bottas and my teammate. Goodness me, Mercedes were overpowered. But genuinely, I was incredibly slow. But the AI were really quick, so you can't blame me for much, but it's really not good enough. Rivalry stuff then, as you can see, we actually lost. Oh dear. Anyway, upgrade screen. Let's get that aero upgrade, which we didn't get before. And once we've purchased that, there we go. We're going to get the power ones finally solidified for next season. Quick look at the standings then before we move on. Hamilton is over 60 points ahead now. It's ridiculous. Bottas is probably his closest challenger as the Mercedes cars have ramped it up to about 600. I'm putting in a valiant shift, but I don't think it'll be enough. McLaren's still second in the Constructors, which is good, but I'm not pulling my weight clearly. So hopefully we can rectify that issue at the next race in Mexico.
Oh no!
And Mercedes continue to extend their advantage despite all of these regulations. Like, what is going on? What do we have to do to stop them? I don't understand, people.
Someone's noticed a leak in one of the coolant lines, so we're patching that up as we speak. Hold tight for now until we've checked everything over.
Nah, this championship's rigged. I want to know which f***ing engineer decided. Here we are for an actual qualifying session then. I know, I've missed it just as much as you have. By that I mean not at all. Down the first main straight here, we've gone for quite a low downforce setup here in the land of Mexico. Speedy Gonzalez, Tortillas, and Sergio Perez alike come from this pretty swag country. Through the first sector, I go incredibly wide before going into turn 3, scrub off loads of speed, and slide about on the exit, but that doesn't really matter because it's the first lap. It's essentially a banker, so we're going to come through the last corner, keep as narrow as we can, and we are P9. Oh dear. We're down to 10th now, so it's going from bad to worse. Meanwhile, Mercedes are stomping on the entire world. On for our final lap in anger then, and I saw Butler up in something like P4, which is stupid because Perez isn't even in the top 10. So I'd love to know how he managed that one. So down towards turn 1 anyway, we are going to do our best to rectify that issue and show him who really is boss. This time we don't completely muck up the first sector, and we are gaining time everywhere, even in the middle sector, as you can see. Okay, look,
We don't need to talk about track limits, guys.
we are a sizable chunk up on our last lap that we did, going out wide for the third sector, taking as much of the curbs as we dare. In Sector 3, braking for this hairpin here is disgusting. I've never understood it. However, we have managed it, so it's fine. Don't try not to touch the outside curb, but we do anyway. And we're going to come across the line, and it's P5. Oh. On the positive side of things, we have beat our teammate, so that is excellent stuff. The negatives, Mercedes have destroyed absolutely everyone again. Butler somehow beat us. Perez was in like 15th. So, I'd love to know what Butler was smoking today. And we've got a chunk of penalties because my engine just wasn't going to make it. So, we have a chunk of work to do in the race tomorrow. Lights out and away we go in the rain for Mexico, and I ain't f***ing around no more because we need to do a flipping job from 17th Hey, I always get a good start in the wet. Their traction is OP. I don't even care what anyone says. And they better fix it in F1 2020. Otherwise, I'm going to pull Lee Mather's hair out. Breaking into the first corner, though, we're going to go round the outside of a bunch of cars. They just left the door as open as it could be. We're going to slide up the inside of Lance Stroll and get the move done. He's a bit argy-bargy, he is, and that was a bit saucy, Karl. Can you stop that right away? However, we do carry on because the battle is not yet won or over. Because breaking into this next left-hander, he brakes super early, and we capitalise on that immediately and seize P12. Already. That is absolutely excellent. We almost tried to get the switchback on Verstappen, but that tank slapper right there basically put pay to any chances of that happening. And on to the end of lap 1. They aren't actually fully gone, and we are looking pretty competent. Hamilton's leading. What a shock. Like, I don't know why any of us bother anymore. I need to stop complaining, though, because as you all know, we never give up. And we are going to exercise that practice right now as we are slipstreaming Verstappen into high heaven. And that's going to continue as we pull out of the slipstream. We've pinned him to the inside, so we're just going to go round the outside. That is fantastic stuff into P11. And points could well and truly be on the cards in the rain, no less. But if you thought it was going to get more interesting, well, put away your popcorn right now, because Perez is completely gone. And the game is so angry with me, there's a please wait at the top left for all eternity spinning about, because it's more interested in loading menus than watching this race. However, onto lap 3 and 4. It's not going too badly. We're doing pretty decent times. We're in the 127s right now. And we are slowly catching Perez with a okay. We don't need to talk about track limits there now, do we? A lap or two later, though. I can't remember exactly when. But if you are questioning my commitment, there was a little power slide out of Sector 2 there. And I'd say that was pretty flamboyant, and it was so flamboyant, it's given us enough pace and confidence to slipstream Perez at his home track, and we're going to once again do what we did to Verstappen, pin him to the inside, brake nice and late, although he does brake very late. He's very confident on the brakes. However, down into second gear, we're going to squeeze him through turn 3, and that is P10. We got points, lads! And it could get even better here, because Weber and Albon are fighting away here for P8. And hopefully we can capitalise on this eventuality and score even more points than we already have. The track is, by the way, basically bone dry at this point. I should have pitted in for softs in hindsight, but we've done an incredible switchback there. Oh my days. Get out your rulebook, because it's just been rewritten. That switchback was absolutely beautiful, and we're going to come in at the end of this lap, because as you can see at the top right about now, DRS is enabled. And we are going to come in and fit the soft tyres very soon, pending we don't absolutely bottle it. Where are you going? What an... Oh my god. After clearing up the excess vomit left all over the carpet, I am now on lap 10, and I am very cross. Because we got held in the pits big time because of Norris, and as a result we got jumped by Albon and by Weber, and when I tried to exit the pit, my clutch decided to have a day off. So that was great. However, we are setting times that are blistering the lap timing sheets. We're getting best Sector 2s of the entire race. Mercedes, eat your heart out. It's the fastest lap. Mate, what have you got on me, Hamilton? That's right, nothing. Shut up, lad. And it gets even better because with DRS wide open, we are going along like a jumbo jet. We're in a Boeing 747, Albon's in a Volkswagen Golf, and oh, that is what I call
esports line.
More good news, there is Kimi Raikkonen not but a lap later onto lap number 13 now. We set the fastest lap once again, a 1 minute 16.9 I think that was. And we move on yet another lap. What? Perez setting the fastest lap. I am seeing that lap. Paid the Mexican crowd to turn their stopwatches a second quicker than they actually are. Meanwhile, Raikkonen and Weber are fighting away. It's always Raikkonen's Alfa Romeo that seems to be blisteringly quick. Not like that matters, because we've got DRS and we've got quick engine pace. So quick, in fact, we're going to go round the outside of him with ease. There is no point in him fighting the cause. And that is P8. Excellent work. Next up, Lucas Weber.
And goodbye, Lucas Weber.
And now it's time to catch and hopefully pass our full-time nemesis all the way back from F2. It is Devon Butler. who somehow wormed his racing point up into that top 5 zone, and I was not impressed at all. He's fighting away with Vettel, actually, credit to him, but hopefully we can overtake him very soon. We're locking up all over the place, trying to get him. We're getting, like, 0 traction out of this last corner and 0 grip, but we're pushing like there's no tomorrow. Hopefully we can catch him. Look, okay, we tried our best, and it just didn't. Hamilton's won yet another Grand Prix. This is basically championship over now, and that is a shocker, because it could have been so much better. You saw the pace that we had, and we're going to have to settle for P7. And that is shocking, because Norris has got a podium again. I'm baffled. P7, great.
Okay, we're all a bit gutted with that result, but let's work hard, and we'll get it together for the next race.
I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Miracles do happen, mate.
Lewis, and Lando actually, both of you. Can you both just f*** off, please?
With the pace that I had, that should have been me on the podium, but it wasn't to be. I had to take penalties. I got caught up in traffic and whatnot, and the result is clear to see. It's an absolute shocker from us. Although we have lost the championship, definitely, it's confirmed. It's not all bad, I guess. We still have second in the Constructors to fight for. So, we shall keep going for that.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
Yeah, I did my best. Felt like a knife through cake. However, it wasn't enough in the end. We did lose the Drivers' Championship today, which is a shame.
You had a pretty close finish with Lucas. What's it like racing a former teammate?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Lucas is a nice guy. His car's a bit shit though, isn't it? Oh!
Did you feel comfortable in the wet weather today?
Absolutely. We smashed it out of the park. Back.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Thank you for the kind interview, Claire, and not absolutely grilling me to high heaven. In the rivalry, we're actually drawing, which is pretty excellent. However, with not much else to see and do, because R&D is just about solidifying parts for next season. Consolidating upgrades. Those are the words I was looking for. There we go. So, looking at the standings one last time for this episode, we have the please wait at the top of the standings with a pending number of points. It was never in doubt, really. Hamilton with a commanding lead. We've slipped away from the title fight, unfortunately. However, I believe we do have third place in the bag, which is pretty excellent, if I do say so myself, at the first time of asking. So that's very good news. However, I do believe that we need to pull our weight much better next episode. We have USA and Brazil to contend with. Some tracks I feel like the AI are strong at, but the player can also be very strong at. So it should be an even playing field. Hopefully, we can be more competitive there. Thank you all very much for watching this dying series. If you did enjoy, slap like, smash subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because that way you won't miss a single one of my uploads, and I would be very grateful if you could do all of that. There's also a multitude of social medias that you can go and check out. Links are all in the description. There's still a Subaru Legacy Outback up for grabs if you follow all of them, so do go and follow them right now for your chance to win a free Subaru Legacy Outback. Until the next video, whatever that video may be, once again, thank you all ever so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you very soon.